Have you ever stood by the Nile at dawn? The world still asleep, the air heavy with silence. And suddenly you feel something ancient moving inside you. Something older than language, older than memory itself. It's the whisper of Egypt, the echo of every soul that ever lived on this land. But who are we truly? Are we pharaohs reborn? Arabs by blood, Copts by faith? Or are we something greater? A living tapestry woven from the threads of every age? Let's travel back, far beyond the noise of the modern world. When the Persians invaded Egypt for the third time, they didn't just conquer a kingdom, they ended an era. The last dynasty to rule Egypt as pharaohs wasn't purely Egyptian. It was Libyan by origin. And when it fell, so did the final breath of pharaonic sovereignty. Then came the Persian centuries, over 100 years of rule, until one name changed everything: Alexander the Great. He stormed through Egypt like destiny itself, liberated her from Persian chains, and laid the first stones of Alexandria, a city that would shine as the bridge between East and West. For 400 years, the Ptolemies ruled, Greeks who dressed like pharaohs and prayed to Egyptian gods. They mixed two worlds into one, science and myth, stone and spirit, until the last of their line, Cleopatra, fell under the shadow of Rome. Then Egypt became the jewel of the Roman crown. 6 long centuries of change, when temples became churches, and the sun god Ra gave way to the light of Christianity. It was an age of both faith and fire. Empires burned, beliefs clashed, and through it all, Egypt endured. Not as a nation, but as an idea. And then came the 7th century, the dawn of Islam, a new language, a new faith, a new rhythm of life. But make no mistake, the Arabs did not destroy the pharaohs. They were already gone. They overthrew Rome, not Egypt, and in doing so, they gave the land back to its people. At that time, Egypt's population was no more than 2.5 million souls, a fragile mosaic of Copts, Greeks, Romans, Persians, and the last echoes of ancient Egypt. But the land of the Nile has always known the art of transformation. Every conqueror who stepped onto her soil ended up becoming part of her story. After the dawn of Islam, new chapters unfolded, each written in a different tongue. The Fatimids arrived from North Africa, bringing with them the tribes of Kutama, Hawara, and others, mixing Berber roots with Egyptian soil. Then came Saladin, the warrior who built the Ayyubid dynasty. He ruled not for long, just a century, but his legacy burned brighter than time itself. After him rose the Mamluks, warriors brought as slaves from Central Asia and Eastern Europe, who became kings by sheer force of will. They ruled Egypt for 5 centuries, built her mosques, defended her lands, and left behind a Cairo that still whispers their names in stone. Then came the Ottomans, Turks, Albanians, Greeks, 3 centuries of foreign rule and slow decline. And when their empire faded, the French came, led by Napoleon, and after them the British, who thought they could master Egypt. But Egypt does not serve, she only waits. For more than 12 centuries, empires rose and fell, and Egypt outlived them all. She absorbed their languages, their art, their gods, and forged from their ashes a single identity, a soul that cannot be copied or defined. So who are we today? Are we fragments of lost empires? Or are we the flame that forges them into one? We are Egyptians, the children of a civilization that never truly died. Dr. Gamal Hamdan in The Personality of Egypt, and Dr. Milad Hanna in The 7 Pillars of Egyptian Identity, both describe this truth. Egypt stands on 3 geographical pillars: African, Arab, Mediterranean, and 4 historical ones: Pharaonic, Coptic, Greco-Roman, and Islamic. 7 pillars, 7 souls. Together they form the most unique identity in human history. Look into the face of any Egyptian, and you will see the eyes of Ra, the endurance of a monk, the courage of a warrior, the humor of the farmer, and the calm of the Nile itself. Egypt is not a race. It's a civilization reborn through every age. A soul that changes its form but never its essence. So when someone asks, "Who are you?" don't say Pharaoh. Don't say Arab. Don't even say Copt. Say the only truth history ever wrote in stone. I am Egyptian, born from history, forged by struggle, destined to live forever.